It's been 3 years since the Xbox Series X and Series S came out. So, what do I think of it after 3 years? Well, it's been a huge, disappointing 3 years. Let's get into it. What is up, guys? It's your boy Hercules, and we are back at it again. And yes, it's been 3 years since the Xbox Series X and Series S has been released. And in those 3 years, well, we've been pretty much seen nothing. Now you're probably gonna think, oh, you're a Sony pony, you don't even own an Xbox, blah blah blah, all the main things that these Xbox fangirls out there try to spill. But on contrary, I do own an Xbox, and to be very honest, the one time that I did turn on my Xbox, or at least it was a couple times because I did finish the game and the sequel, I played Arkham Origins, which was backwards compatible. I played Red Dead Redemption 2 and Red Dead Redemption the original back to back. So I did use my Xbox multiple times because, as you know, those games are very long and it takes a while to do everything in there. Now, am I saying Xbox can't become something great? It could. It could always become something good. But from what it looks like, Xbox, I hear the numbers, I keep hearing it. Oh, the Xbox Series X is the most successful Xbox console ever. But if you really look at the numbers, they don't sell good. They've never made a profit. And they don't have any games that move the needle. I hear you, but we got Halo. Halo? The same Halo that came out unfinished, the same Halo that when it was released looked pathetic, it looked worse than a 360 game. That same Halo? The same Halo that got pretty much everybody in that company, 343, I believe it's Studios or Industries, got released, that we were told that basically another group is gonna come in and take over Halo, or at least help out 343. That Halo, you should not be excited for Halo, because a lot of people that were playing Halo aren't back playing Halo. Now, if Halo would have came out finished, then we can talk. But this Halo, no, we can't talk about that Halo. When it comes to one of the games that was supposed to be a big staple for Xbox was Redfall. And we all know how that turned out. You all know how that turned out. Forza, which is the same copy and paste Forza Motorsports ever, except it upgrades a little bit of the graphics, but yet for some reason those graphics don't look that powerful. But it could just be that what they're showing us isn't completely done. Starfield, I hear you keep telling me 25 years in the making, one of the greatest games that's ever gonna be made by Bethesda, but everything I see doesn't look impressive. If I want to play a space game that is very similar to Starfield, hey, you can go play No Man's Sky, Mass Effect. You can go play all these games that have the very, very similar to Starfield. I remember hearing people talking about what is it, Hi-Fi Rush, how that should be game of the year. But let's be very honest. Only a small percentage of people played it, and a very small percentage of those people that played it actually finished it. It wasn't a needle mover. It wasn't a generation breaking game. It was just something that got the wheels turning. And then Redfall came out and completely stopped it. You can talk about everything that's potentially coming out. Fable, all these other games that you guys claim is gonna be generational, that it's gonna prove that Xbox is the real deal. But let's be very honest. The most powerful console ever made can't even run games at 60 frames per second. And from what I heard, that Digital Foundry have been playing or got some info that Starfield runs lower on 30 frames per second. So it's not even running at locked 30 frames per second. It's running around 19 to 20 frames per second. So now that's just rumors. We have to see it for ourselves. But that's not good news. Why is it that Xbox keeps having a disaster years? And I mean years. I don't know. Could it be the Xbox community giving Xbox pass after pass after pass? Because let's be very honest, Sony ponies do criticize Xbox, but Sony ponies also criticize Sony. Now, of course, you're gonna have the ones out there that will forever ride Sony dick 24/7. Just like you're gonna have the Xbox out there. But for some reason, the Xbox community seemed to be very cowgirl riding Xbox 24/7. A lot of them. I remember Colt Eastwood. I remember watching his video where he claimed that the Xbox Series X was the most powerful system ever, and that the PS5 was a very weak system, which technically, if you go by specs, he's correct. But then I remember him saying that why is it that PlayStation can't get games at 60 frames per second and releasing games at 30 frames per second? Then he claimed that the Xbox is so powerful that you're gonna be seeing games running at 60 frames per second, 120 frames per second, even bigger than 120 frames per second. This man lied to his own fan base. This man lied to the Xbox community. This man is a liar. And I'm not judging him. I'm just bringing out the facts. You want to go look at it? Go look at his videos. And look at all the lies he has spilled. Look, I get it. You're an Xbox fan. Congrats. They might actually own a PS5 too. Congrats. I think everybody should own both systems. I don't know about the 3 systems, the Nintendo Switch, but I mean, if you do enjoy the Mario and all that stuff, Pokemon and all that stuff, you might as well own all 3 systems. But don't be an idiot and go spend all your money on all of them right after one. Splurge, do one here, 6 months later do another one here, but make sure you leave Xbox last, because let's be honest, there ain't no games out there. Now, when I talk about this Colt Eastwood and the lies that he told, I remember hearing everybody saying PlayStation can't run games at 60 frames per second, but yet PlayStation is the only system that I've seen that is able to push their games 30 frames, 60 frames, 120 frames per second. Now, do I really care about a game running at 30 frames per second? Hell no. I play Gotham Knights. Gotham Knights runs at about 30 frames per second. Did I care? No. I just want a good gameplay and a good story. Give me that and I'm happy. Would I, if I had the option to play 60 frames per second, will I play 60 frames per second? You damn right I'm gonna play it, because I got a good ass TV. I got a badass system. Of course, I'm gonna be running it at the highest level I can. The same thing when it comes to ray tracing and all this stuff. Do I really care about ray tracing? No. But if I have the option, of course, I'm gonna be playing it with ray tracing. I believe Miles Morales and I believe also the Spider-Man remaster has high performance ray tracing and all this stuff. Right now I'm replaying Spider-Man, which it's ironic. Think about this, guys. It's ironic how a lot of these Xbox fangirls out there claim that the Sony games are only one and done. One and done. You know what that means, right? One and done means that you play it, you pass it, and you're done. You never play it again. I wonder how many people are jumping back in playing Hi-Fi Rush? How many people are jumping back in and playing Redfall? How many people are jumping back in and playing that little cartoon game, Pediment, I believe it was called, or something like that? How many Xbox players are jumping back in and playing those games? Because I can guarantee you, they aren't. When it comes to Xbox, we always hear the same thing, always. Game Pass, Game Pass, Game Pass. And look, is Game Pass a good deal? You bet your ass it is. Now, do you have to also count you paying the internet? Yes, to me you have to. Because you can't play any Game Pass game without your internet. So you have to count the internet when you talk about Game Pass. I'm assuming everybody's paying what I'm paying. Now, I don't use my internet to play games online. I really don't like playing multiplayer, anything like that. The only time I use my internet is when I'm watching Netflix, I'm watching Amazon Prime, I'm watching Discovery, I'm watching YouTube, all this stuff, or I'm using the internet for editing process or anything like that. Usually I use my phone, but sometimes I do use other stuff. But I always keep hearing Game Pass, Game Pass, Game Pass. But at the end of the day, you gotta count the internet. And you're not talking about $20 internet. You're not talking about $50. You're talking about, if you want some good internet, you're talking about close to 100, maybe even more. So this notion that Game Pass is such a great deal, is it really? I mean, you are paying $10, but at the end of the day, you are also paying whatever you are paying for that internet. And that's expensive as hell. So imagine you paying for the internet and you run out of internet. What are you gonna do now? You still have Game Pass. You still have all these bills. What are you gonna do now? Just saying. A service like Game Pass sounds good when you look at the pricing, but you also gotta count everything else. I'm gonna end it here with this. Do I think Xbox can make a comeback? Yes, I think they can. Will they? That's hard. That is actually very hard to say. Would I want them to? Yes. Because let's be very honest. Sony is just smoothing. It's just riding the wave right now. In no hurry to stop. In no hurry to show off all their greatness. Because they know that at the end of the day, if Sony drops the ball here and there, there's nothing that Xbox has that's gonna make Sony players jump ship. Nothing. Could in 5 years, if Sony keeps dropping the ball 5 years straight, yes. But 2 years, 3 years, no. But maybe you guys think different. Maybe you guys think different than me. But I'm gonna leave it there, guys. I'm gonna leave it there. Let me know what you guys think down below. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to leave a like, make sure to subscribe. And if you did enjoy this video, make sure to also leave a like, leave a comment, letting me know why you didn't like this video, and subscribe to the channel so that way you can keep in touch with me in case you hate any other videos. And as always, thank you for listening.